A mom stopped me the other day as I was wearing one kid and grasping the hood of another and dragging yet a third behind me. She smiled benevolently in that way that older parents do, with that mix of nostalgia and slight reproach, as she told me, "It goes by so fast. Enjoy every moment. Just wait." I think I nodded vaguely. I'm pretty sure I said something benign like, "Oh, I will." But it's hard to be sure. After all, I hadn't even yet left the parking lot yet, and I already wanted to take a nap. It's only now, much after the fact, that I realized what I wanted to have told her. I don't need to just wait, I should have said. I don't want to just wait. And you know what? I can't afford the luxury of just waiting. Instead of mentally scrapbooking each look and lock of hair, because God knows I won't have time for physical scrapbooking until they're well into their college years, I'm doing things like showering puke out of the toddler's hair at 2 a.m., keeping water out of the toddler's face because the toddler has an intense fear of the shower. And I'm doing other things, like dragging my kids to 10 a.m. Mass to feel like a decent, once-a-year churchgoer. Only to have the preschooler thank me by lifting my skirt clear over my head because she hadn't been certain I was wearing undies. In my defense, I was. And if the congregation took a second to stop praying at me like the village harlot, I would have explained that pregnant women get to wear thongs during heat waves, so quit your gawking. Which brings me to enjoy every minute. I'm supposed to enjoy every minute? What about when they're covered in food? What about when I am? What about when my boobs are being used as 3 a.m. teething rings and the lack of sleep has caused a new gray hair in my eyebrow? Don't I at least get 3 minutes to acknowledge that this job is really, really hard and I would love a break? And yeah, if we're dreaming big, a sandwich that has not been pre-chewed. It goes by so fast. Yes, of course it does. And there's no way I can possibly grasp the magnitude of what this means and how hard it'll hit me once you know the time has gone so fast. But what do you want from me, lady? I think it's tears. I think you want me to cry. You've approached me in public and told me that this day, the one I am desperately trying to survive with snow boots and diapers and tissues and toddler feelings and buckling and unbuckling yet again to get to a place that really no one especially wants to go. This day will be a memory before I know it. And there's nothing I can really do about that knowledge. I can't exactly sit on the floor of Target and sing Return to Pooh Corner while rocking a potentially unwilling preschooler. Because as everyone knows, mothers are sharks. If you don't keep moving, you will drown. And you, generally well-meaning person, are telling me something that we both know can never be fully absorbed. Not in this moment, not while I'm swimming with shark-like tenacity and desperation, and certainly not while my daughter's shoe is Velcroed to my other kid's hoodie. But there you are, lady, whispering down into the trenches. This moment, the one you're not really savoring, it's already over. Take a good look at the back of your kids' heads, because they are gone, baby, off to proms and out-of-state soccer tournaments and West Coast colleges and shacking up with bass guitarist named Crash. Just wait. You had your chance, you're telling me. The one you prayed over and read up on and filled journals with, and you squandered it. Instead of documenting, Pinteresting, and Instagramming each second of each day with appropriately sized stuffed animals and wall markers to chart individual growth, instead of that, well, obviously, taking time to remove all aspects of technology and physical impediments to quality, one-on-one, face-to-face time, instead of that, you chose to get bogged down in the immediacy of keeping your kids alive, and you didn't even think it was beautiful, and now it is too late. They are far away with important lives of their own, and they hate you. You want me to cry. And if I weren't already prepared to cry for 5 completely unrelated reasons, I probably would for this one. And yeah, sure, there's a chance that this been there, done that mom wasn't bent with filling me with guilt, but it is so hard to listen with open ears and clear eyes when those ears are caked with someone else's spit up and those eyes are still stinging from last night's attempt to wash your hair one-handed in the kitchen sink, and so her rose-colored platitudes ain't helping, sister. But here is the real reason why I hate her for those words. It's because she's right. I'm not living in the moment. I'm not being mindful. All she's done is illuminate that, and it's crippling. Don't think about blinking your eyes. Don't think about taking your next breath. But now it's all you can think about, right? Don't think about enjoying every second with your daughter. Just do it. Are you still thinking about it? No, just do it and stop thinking about it. Now go about your day. But enjoy every second. Stop thinking about it. So now I owe the obnoxiously accurate yet good-intentioned stranger an imaginary apology for my mental rant. Because she's remembering her own guilt and inadequacies and moments of joy so intense they made her throat hurt. And with that phrase, just wait, she's letting me in on a secret message for which I won't have the decoder ring for years to come. So I feel for her, and for me, because that will be me. Someday I'll be living my life with my hands in car and my purse empty, and I'll come across a frazzled mother gripping as many sticky little people as she can, and I will be so glad that I'm not her. But I'll wish to God that I were her, just for one moment, if only for one more bedtime story or post-bath snuggle. I'll tell her something trite and annoying that won't even begin to convey how bittersweet it is to need and be needed that desperately. She will think I'm a moron. It will happen. But if I'm really lucky, it won't happen for a long, long time. I can wait.